Good evening and welcome to the April 16th meeting of the Board of Selectmen. If everybody would rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening and welcome. We do have a public hearing scheduled for 6 o'clock, so I will declare that open, and it is Town of Waterboro Board of Selectmen will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, April 16th, 2024, beginning at 6 p.m. at the Waterboro Town Hall to receive public comments regarding the FY2025 Municipal Budget. All residents are welcome to, or invited to attend. All public hearings are aired on the local station, SRC TV, Channel 5 or 1302, live streamed on the town website. Questions and comments may be emailed or asked via Zoom link. Request for a Zoom link. Emailed questions may be emailed the day of the before the meeting, and administrative assistant at whatever, the Laura Lowe's email address. So without further ado, we're going to quickly go through this warrant because that's the download from the budget. Okay. If anybody from the public has a question, Laura, your email is live, so if somebody emails a question, you can pick it up?
Nope, I don't have my email on this.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, email to,
She has it.
okay, she's live now, right?
Sorry.
Okay, so let's, without any further ado,
Why don't you give that email out one more time, Dennis? So that,
okay, so it's LLowe@waterboromaine.gov. So LLOWE@waterboromaine.gov. Waterboro, Maine is all one word, okay? Naturally, we're gonna go through secret ballots. We're electing a Board of Selectmen, elect one for a 3-year term. RSU 57 Board of Directors, elect one for a 3-year term. And RSU 57 Board of Directors, elect one for a term that expires June of 2026. And we also run the Waterboro District Trustees vote or election, and it's elect one for a 3-year term. So that will be handled on your ballot, secret ballot. I'm not sure, in the past, we've kind of gone through this department by department or article by article. Article 1 really covers the general government appropriations, which includes general government, loans, leases, insurances, workman's comp, medical, town clerk, tax collector, treasurer, information technology, website, emergency repairs, broadcasting, equipment, municipal repairs, fuel, etc., hydrant rental, general assistance, and York County taxes. So the selectmen approved at our last meeting $3,245,624. That's what will appear on your ballot. So that is article covered in Article 1. Article 2 covers the Board of Selectmen salaries because the charter says that we have to spike that out. There's 5 of us, $5,000 a year, $1,000 extra for the chair, so it's $26,000 for the year. Article 3, which is to town to raise and appropriate Selectmen's recommendation of $286,263 for tax assessor, CEO, planning board, planning department, zoning board of appeals for FY25. So again, that number is $286,263, down from the $318 that it was last year.
Just an explanation to that, this isn't all tax pay, this is money that's generated within the, it's not tax dollars, so
Yep.
to speak, it's money generated throughout this office, and this one is probably better than half generated within the office to
Yeah,
pay.
so Article 20 will address that. It asks that we raise approximately $5 million from miscellaneous fees, excise tax, rapid renewal, rescue billing fees, transfer station fees, cable TV franchise fee, the state funding for roads, URIP, state general assistance reimbursement, and ambulance subscription. So that's in essence about 496,000. And I guess my question is, it's 4,444,468. So it's not almost $5 million. It's 444,468. And I guess I'm confused as to why we have, so that's the delta, right?
So the revenue we're receiving is anticipated total revenue other than property tax?
For the town's municipal budget of 9.4 million.
Correct.
Right, okay. All right, so that would be in Article 20. Article 21 also asks that we utilize up to $800,000 from unassigned fund balance and $150,000 from the rescue billing account to offset taxes. So let's jump back to Article 4. And Article 4 is for the library rec department for FY25. So it's in amounts to $554,332. Article 5 is ultimately the transfer station, public works for FY25, just over $2 million, $2,071,032. Article 6 addresses snow plowing, the contract for snow plowing, which is, this year is $742,560, which does not include salt and sand. We put that up separately.
So what if that article fails?
Then we have to go back to last year's article, which is $728,000, so we're gonna come up with, you know,
20 grand.
20 grand, or less, a little less than 20 grand to accommodate that. Okay, Article 7, capital improvement for equipment. Improvements for contract cruiser, handicap swing for the Friendship Park, that's 55,000. Article 6 is actually for the capital plan for buildings, which is $22,000. And we're really working on the library building, flooring for the old town hall next door, which they're using today for recreation, or the rec program. Article 9 is upgrade of roads, which is another capital improvement, it's $250,000. Article 10, for the fire department, and EMS services for FY2025. So, and there's a further definition of that article. EMS revenues in excess of $20,000 will be held in an account utilized solely for the purchase of capital equipment as set forth in Article 7 of the Fire Department Medical Emergency Ordinance. So that's still, that ordinance is still alive and well. It dates back to the late 90s when we moved the fire department into the, from a private company into the town of Waterboro. So that's $1,794,965, or $63. Public safety, EMS total, Ross County Fire Department is in that. Article 11 is for the contract deputies, and majority of the Board of Selectmen recommended this ought to pass for $262,346. That is a separate article, Article 11. Article 12 is miscellaneous committees, old home days, agencies, expenses for $98,241. Article 13 allows us to state revenues from registration fees derived from the registration of snowmobiles. Those can be spent under the direction of the Public Works Director, a member from the Fire Department, and the Fire Chief. And Board of Selectmen recommended to pass. Article 14 is the amount that we can charge for interest on unpaid taxes, which is 8.5%. That's set by the state. Article 15 is to say, to allow us to pay interest on over-collections of 2% on abated property taxes, and again, that's set by the state. Article 16, vote to authorize the tax collector or treasurer to accept prepayments of taxes not yet committed, and that again is accordance with 36 Maine Revised Statutes Annotated, subsection 506. Article 17, vote to authorize the Public Works Director with fiscal approval from the town administrator to approve public funds for emergency winter maintenance for public safety, access to private property after determination by the Fire Chief or Public Works Director. No funds will come out of the winter maintenance. That is for if we have to get an ambulance in. It's a private way. We're going to sand it or plow it to go in. Article 18.
I think that would also include if there was some type of trees down that the
Right.
rescue had to get in, that would fall into that same thing like the other day, if the rescue had to be called out. And some
Article
of these-
18 is for to authorize the town to vote to authorize the selectmen on behalf of the town to apply for and accept state and federal grants and grants from nonprofit organizations, donations, or other revenues on behalf of the town for municipal purposes, including, when necessary, the authority to sign grants, contracts, documents, and other paperwork, and accept conditions that accompany grant funds, and to appropriate and expend funds or other funds for authorization purposes as the Board of Selectmen deems in the best interest of the town. This is required to comply with state law that says if you're gonna accept money from grants or donations and you wanna spend them, then you have to have the vote of the people to do so. Article 19, and I won't go into reading all of this, but it carries over any balances in certain accounts, and they're all listed. Revenue carryovers, and those are listed. So that will be included in Article 19. Article 20 is, again, goes back to see if the town will appropriate the sum of $4,444,468 from non-property tax revenues applied to reduce the property tax. And there's a list of those items, and they total $4,444,468. Article 21, we're asking the people again to use up to or the amount not to exceed $800,000 from unassigned fund balance, which is defined as surplus, and $150,000 from the rescue billing applied to the municipal budget for the purpose of reducing property tax commitments. Okay? That all being said, that is conclusion of the warrant. It might look a little different when you actually pick up your secret ballot. But in essence, all of those articles will be represented on the secret ballot. And included in that is the election of municipal offices. Questions?
I think we should have a article in there about the public works garage. To not exceed.
We're not
Say
ready,
not exceed.
we're not ready for that,
Okay.
okay?
I think we should do it in November. Push it out to November.
We may bring that to a vote in November,
Okay.
okay?
Only because we haven't got the figures. We're not gonna push it and not have the figures to back us up.
Any emails that are
Not yet,
flying
no.
in?
Nothing.
Any other comments? I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor? There's some discussion about having a second public hearing. Based on the turnout for tonight, I'm not sure that that would be valuable, although, Dave, you're gonna send this up to Saco River, and they're gonna play it multiple times, right? Or they could play it multiple times. So if you have any questions, concerns, send Selectmen at Waterboro -gov. Oh, it's Selectmen at waterboromaine.gov. If you have any questions, fire off a personal email to the board, and we'll attempt to get back to you. Okay? Any announcements? Dwayne?
I have none.
Joe, Jim, I mean,
John.
John, it's John.
I'll get
good,
it
thank
sooner
you.
or later.
Billy Joe.
Billy Joel.
I'm good.
Gary, Dave?
I just want to extend a huge shout out to Public Works and Fire Department. And yes, I said the Fire Department, even though I'm sitting over here, but just an awesome job getting things back in line for this town. We were dealt some pretty substantial blows over the last couple of weeks, and I know you guys are working countless hours to get everything back on track, so huge thank you.
Agreed.
I just want to add to that, these two men worked last Friday, even though they didn't really have to, but was trying to get some federal money for us to take care of some of the damage, and they spent most of the day here in the office working on that, so, great, thank you.
And we just want to send prayers out to the family of Alton Woodson. Wayne's uncle passed recently. So prayers to the family on that. Any additions or deletions to the agenda? Do we want to deal with Sebago Technics offer?
I think we should. I'll make
So-
a motion to add Sebago Tech's proposal to 7E.
9C?
9C.
9C, okay, I'm sorry.
So discuss vote regarding the Sebago Tech proposal.
Yep.
I'll second that.
Okay? All those in favor? Okay, that'll be added as 9C. All right, let's go through this. We don't have an appointments tonight, public comment, anything. Correspondence, we do have the financial reports that are, if anybody's interested, please make a request to, or you can find them on the website. Make a request to Laura Lowe. Maine Department of Transportation regarding Ledgemere Station Bridge. And I believe that we are now they're gonna close one lane at a time, right?
That's all, the one on New Dam Road?
Right.
I was gonna say, I just wanna add a little bit to that. They are not going to close the whole bridge down, but they are not taking the bridge down, as I've heard it in the last couple of weeks. They're only replacing the concrete deck, which is about 4.5 inches into it, and they're gonna do it one lane at a time, so. Takes a little bit longer to do that because it's so much easier to do the whole deck at the same time, but that
Unfortunately, that would have caused a
traffic
tremendous
jam, yeah.
detour around the area.
Yeah, and, you know, the bigger trucks are probably it's gonna be tight, because the bridge is not that wide, but, it's gonna be tight because you're gonna have work area, but.
Well, they might allow trucks over that, right?
The trucks will be allowed to go over it, I believe, but, as I say, it will be very tight.
Okay, the other piece of correspondence is a motor vehicle report, and informational memo from our CEO, Mike Gilpatrick, regarding dangerous building statute, which reminds us of various issues with dangerous buildings, especially with limbs hanging and all of that stuff. Reports and staff initiatives, selectmen's reports. Joan, anything?
No, just try to advise people that they should join any type of committee or any public service that they could do for the town. We greatly appreciate it.
Gary?
All set.
Dave?
I'm all set, thank you.
Dwayne?
Next Wednesday, Matt will go over it probably too, but clam chowder and a sandwich luncheon on April 24th at noon time. Any seniors that want to have a light lunch, come on down. Best thing to do is call ahead, just to give them a heads up to the account, but it'd be 247-6166 at extension 115. We had a light lunch, light breakfast this morning.
How was the turnout?
So, I mean, I would like to see more, but there was probably 20, they fed 25, I think, so.
That's good.
Okay. I'm all set, so Matt,
Just a few things for you. RHR is going to be here for your meeting on May 7th for presentation of the FY23 audit. I'm assuming you'd want that for 6 PM, not a 5:30.
yep,
And we're still waiting as a follow-up. I know our audience member there, Glenn had asked about the Public Works, but we're still waiting to hear back from the Steelsmith folks that we followed up with. Obviously, I missed the first part of the weather event, but I wanted to emphasize the appreciation for Public Works and the fire guys as well. There was a lot of debris damage. I know we're gonna talk about this later in the agenda, but we did do this initial submittal of FEMA damage estimates. Spoke with Art today, unfortunately, and he's not getting the numbers from outside of York County, so we may not be in a qualifying position to recover those dollars, so we may be on our own. Jason and I have met, we've identified some potential funding sources within our current operating budget to start working on this. I would recommend that we open the transfer station for residents to dispose of brush free of charge through the month of May, so they can get rid of as much as possible. That will also help Public Works, hopefully, from some of the roadside debris.
Do you need a vote on anything like that? Just do it.
Unless you have major opposition, we're just gonna do it.
That's a good idea.
A reminder, and Selectman Woodson mentioned already, but there's the luncheon next week on Wednesday. Our goal is to be, to put these periodically throughout, as we can make them happen. Special thanks to the Bryant family and Hilltop Boils for helping with today's community breakfast, the Snowmobile Club, greatly appreciated. They took care of everything from all the cooking and whatnot, so that was great. Just so you're aware, we did have a request for collecting of signatures at the transfer station. From what I understand, this has not been an acceptable practice in the past due to safety concerns. I would agree with that. There's a lot of moving vehicles and equipment, and it's probably not the venue to be collecting signatures as people are traveling back and forth dumping the rubbish. So we do have other locations, obviously, in town that they can collect signatures if need be. Here's one of them, library.
okay? Anything else, Matt?
Nope, thanks.
All right, let's jump into new business. Discuss vote regarding moving forward with legal action towards map 4, lot 37-4. I think you're still waiting on some reaction, right?
They have been, excuse me, they have received, and they have received their third notice of violation. This has been in violation for several years, trying to get some results on this particular property. We, in discussions with the town attorney, it seems that we are well within our rights, and at the period ending of 30 days, the notice was actually sent 3/27. So at the end of this month, I'm looking for the approval to move forward with legal action
Okay.
to prosecute.
If they don't resolve it.
If they don't attempt to resolve.
I'll make a motion to allow Matt and the code enforcement to proceed with anything,
Okay, yeah.
to proceed with any legal action that needs to be done on map 4, lot 37-4.
Thank you.
Second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss vote regarding storm tree damage. I'm gonna toss this over to you guys, but Jason, you.
So what we have submitted to FEMA was an estimate based on what, 72 miles of roadway. We reached out to a private tree company to get an estimate from them for a chipper, staff, and a bucket truck. Half the problem is you have a lot of hangers, stuff that's an aerial work that we don't have the capability to do. Townwide rough estimate cost is about $170,000. Some roads aren't, we won't need to hit all roads because we've done some of them. There may be some hangers that we need to still get out, but there's a considerable amount of debris across pretty much the whole area of town. So looking at our budget numbers, we've got a couple different areas within our current operating budget that, for example, 92 capital improvements, we do have $122,000 that we originally planned for road work on Middle Road. We have $120,000 and change in sand and salt, and $46,140 in town roads. I guess Jason and I have gone back and forth, unless you guys have any major objections to it. We're looking at a couple different options. We really want to see what FEMA's doing. We may need to take a little bit longer approach at this to clean up all this debris. One thought we had was to utilize up $50,000 from sand and salt. And then when I mentioned about town roads a minute ago, that did not include what we've already paid out, which is just about $30,000 in removal already from local contractors to haul off from Blueberry Road and East Shore Road.
Blueberry and East Shore are complete.
Yeah, and also work on Middle Road as well. So that the balance in town road work is just over $17,000. Our initial thoughts is we pull $50,000 from sand and salt with a $17,000 balance. That leaves us gives us about 21 days from a contractor to come in. That's about half the time we were anticipating before. We would, correct me if I'm wrong, we were talking earlier, is we would team up with them, identify those areas where we really need to get into, and then just keep plugging away. We may need to go a little bit further, but kind of the initial assessment. If we hear more from EMA, we might need to pull more out of the other road accounts to make this happen. But that's our initial research.
So does the West Road, Goodwin's Mills Road, and Townhouse Road, are they in this estimate?
No.
Because those are state roads, so they gotta clean them up.
Yeah, we, as of this afternoon, we weren't sure of what the state submitted yet.
Okay, so I would say that we probably should, I mean, we gotta move ahead with whatever we gotta do, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah, I mean,
on all of the,
yep,
on all of the roads that we currently are responsible for, right?
I think Middle Road is, our crew has been working on Middle Road for 7 days now. I would like to bring
This is?
another crew, start at the north end
You
and
want that?
work our way towards the middle.
Section.
But the three hardest roads that got hit were Blueberry, Middle, and East Shore. Those ones are done, so we bring that other contractor in now, and we can pick away. It's gonna be a long process. People are gonna have to be patient. But I think if we open up the transfer station, that might help us a little bit.
You
Josh
still
has
got-
funds
you
for
got-
that.
Still got trees hanging in, on the edge of roads and
Yep.
whatnot, so somebody's at least gotta go clip them down, even though they might leave the limbs and stuff in the ditch.
Most of our roads are pretty pushed back far enough where there isn't too much liability out
Well,
there.
I understand that part of Deering Ridge Road is in Lyman, but there's some real trees jutting out into the ditch,
Well, I mean, that's,
so.
I can call Lyman and Hollis so.
Okay, now, winter roads, we have the right to let you overrun. That's one of the two accounts that can go over. And it hasn't, I don't think this money's all gonna come out of your account. If, at the end of the year, there's 15 or 20,000 in anybody's account, or if there's 4 or 5 at June 30th that's in those accounts, we can transfer that into cleanup.
Or
I
is it-
mean,
or
we're
the
not, we haven't got to steal from your budget to completely. These other budgets, any of them, and I'm looking down through them, there's some of them that are only spent about 60%, might only be $4,000 or $5,000, but we can steal from Peter to pay Paul here, the last 3 months of the year. So, you're not hanging out there in the wind, and I believe that that damage is winter road maintenance, because it was created by a winter storm.
We'd still have to put that onto the November bill, correct, then to re-
No, we're gonna do this in June, because if we take from the town clerk, the treasurer, anything that's got money in it, even the transfer station, any of these accounts that's got any money at all can go into cleanup of the winter roads. You see where I'm headed here?
Yeah,
I mean,
we gotta do that
We-
within 60 days of
the end of the
End of
year.
the year.
But we can do that June 30th, when we know what's left in anybody's budget. I mean, we can have a special
60
meeting
days is
to
good.
balance this budget.
Okay.
So we should have, and Laura and Amber can set up a special account that is for road clearing, right?
Yeah.
And just capture, even though the money's gonna come from some other place at this
Now,
point, right?
The
But that's,
other thing is, you've got money, should have money enough to keep your crew going, not an extra crew of a bucket truck or cleanup, but you should have money enough left in your accounts to pay them. So the only cost of cleaning this up is the cost of the bucket truck, somebody else chipping, or contractors that's gotta be hired, because that other money to keep that crew going, just picking up brush, should be in this year's budget to take care of them.
Yes.
So, he should have money enough to take care of the fuel for the wheelers and the pickups and whatever he's got. There should be money enough to take care of all of that. It's just the outside, bucket trucks and whatever we gotta have to clean these high limbs and whatnot up.
It's
If
not a
we
bad
get it
idea.
all done, we get it done. If not, it's gonna have to come out of next year's budget, because you're not gonna get it done until,
It's
You know.
just not, I mean, it's gonna take a while,
yeah,
maybe less
And it
road
might
maintenance
mean
this
that-
year.
And I was
and-
just gonna say, that puts
It's
on
gonna
hold
put
your
us-
projects and,
Yeah.
Yep,
yeah.
you know, and maybe we don't reclaim Middle Road, we just shim it and get by for a few years until,
I mean,
We certainly didn't ask for a storm to hit us, that's for sure.
and I don't think we're in all that bad a shape compared to some of these other towns that, you know, when you go around
No,
and
we had
see
plenty
8 or
of
10
help.
telephone poles taken right off at
Yeah.
the stump, and trees hanging out over the wires, and they still ain't got them cleaned up.
well, Central Maine hasn't cleaned up
No,
either,
nothing.
right?
nothing.
So,
And I mean, I understand that they came from all over, typically they bring their chip trucks, but I would think that they would be on the hook at least for what's underneath their lines.
Right.
For chipping.
The biggest concern that I see is these hanging limbs and the stuff that's out over the white line. It
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
So you guys, you gotta have a plan, right?
Yeah, I don't have any issues coming with that plan, and we can meet back with you guys to transfer funds. But that was some of our initial assessments, and
Well, we don't have a choice, we gotta do
Yep.
whatever we gotta do, and if we gotta bring in somebody with a bucket truck, we bring in somebody with a bucket truck,
Exactly.
right? Or another crew.
Yep.
So,
And I don't care if you go run a bucket truck for a month, if you can find one. I mean, as long as that man is certified
That's
when he
what I was
goes
just
up
gonna
the
say,
bucket.
right.
that would be
But
the
you-
question.
Yeah.
In most cases, these guys that rent those trucks certify a operator going out of there, so it doesn't take long to be state certified
Mhm.
or whatever, but, and that, I mean, the state has got a, safety officer that I believe might be able to help us out.
Okay.
Like, go back to the transfer station, well, for the month of May, why don't we start it immediately?
yes,
We
we
were
are.
gonna,
Oh, you are gonna meet, okay.
Yeah.
yep,
All right,
Yeah,
Through
from
the-
now until.
Through the end of May.
gotcha, all right, super.
he's got money, we talked to Josh earlier, he's got money for grinding still, so we can clear, at least clear up the brush pile with
Right.
the abundance of brush that's gonna be coming.
Mm.
And then he can still grind in the fall like he typically does.
If that was all woody debris, can we burn that? If we
Well, I
took
got
that,
Not
if
according,
we took it
not
out,
according
My
to the
pit right now.
DEP.
well, it's all woody debris, I mean, it's nothing but brush, I don't know. I'm asking because when we closed that, that was a big question to whether we could do that or not.
That would be a question for the DEP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
And,
you're probably safer to grind it.
because they shut down any burning,
Right.
So- they
don't hold it off.
like, Matt,
Well, we're
should they
keeping-
call,
we're
You'd
what
keeping-
have to,
pit right
you'd have to
now.
move it, because you have such a.
do we do with all this
You'd have to haul
woody
it off.
debris?
Really?
I have to keep
Can I
track.
burn it?
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
This
you wanna
isn't
take it
fun.
down in that little pit, so that you have
Good, you?
a bag,
Huge,
you know.
track that for whom?
FEMA.
Well, okay.
All right, let's move on. Discuss, vote, Sebago Techniques proposal.
I will make a motion that we allow Sebago Tech to do everything that they've offered tonight on remapping. Help me out on wording here.
Mike, maybe you can give us a Reader's Digest version?
They're offering to host our GIS system and set it up for a year free of charge.
Right.
The GIF system, I'll add to my motion, to allow them to host this for 1 year.
Second that motion.
Second?
You get all of that, Laura?
Any discussion? All those in
Should
favor?
should we hear a little bit more?
Thank you. I just wanted everybody to be very clear on, that is to set our GIS system up and to host it. That does not include our annual tax map updates and any realignment that we may ask for additionally. I just wanted to be
That
very,
would be,
Okay.
it's not
that
gonna
would be
be
an
all the
addition.
cost.
Yeah.
that's already in the budget, right?
It is, but I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure when I said,
Yeah.
that they offered to do it for no charge, I wanted to be very clear on what they're doing for no
Transparency.
And
charge.
so,
That's kind of why I made the motion to what they offered.
and so everybody knows, we do owe CAI some funds. After our last meeting, we've reduced that amount with them, but it was 3,500, I think it was 3,500. They're, so,
Yeah, I think it's gonna be more than 3,500, they don't seem to wanna move on there.
well, that was the price we committed to them.
Okay.
That was the price that we committed to them, yes, that wasn't the price.
Well, we're
that
not
they
here to
built us.
discuss
Yeah.
what CAI
Good,
wants.
good enough.
Right.
Yep, we can do that at a later
You got a
date.
bill, you're gonna have to pay the bill or negotiate it down, so.
We've been working on it.
So we're talking about Sebago Technics.
Correct.
Right,
Thank you.
so any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Thank you. Okay. Old business. Discuss vote on public hearing date for the proposed ordinance. And in your little folder or packet, there's the Ospey Lake Water Level Management Ordinance. There's the political signs on the Veterans Monument Ordinance. There's snow plowing ordinance. Those the only three?
Yeah, there were three.
Okay. So I would, how antsy are you to get this done?
Whenever you want to meet, every meeting. Well, the next one you have the auditor here, so you know if you want to do it the
Yeah,
following
so
meeting.
why don't we do it the second meeting of May? Which would be the 21st. Anything else going on that night? Laura? 21st of May?
No.
So why don't we do the public hearings that night? We'll run them back to back to back.
Okay.
Right? Everybody okay with that?
Yep, I am.
All right.
Okay, I got one question, I have no problem with it, but, that Ospey Lake management level, last October, we voted to bring that water level down for 2 or 3 years. So that kind of throws this ordinance right out the window, because we're
Well, why don't-
jumping against the ordinance, because it says every 5 years, and we've authorized it to be dropped for
Well, why don't
2
we,
or 3, so.
why don't we add a paragraph in there that says that would be on a normal basis, however, with the vote of the selectmen, we can,
That would be fine, I mean, it's stupid to,
Lowering it this year didn't work.
no,
no,
Mother Nature had other
no,
thoughts.
but we've authorized it already for a couple, 3 years, I don't remember exactly what.
so add a paragraph C,
Yeah.
which would be given, you know, with a vote of the Board of Selectmen, we could change that. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. Discuss and vote on an additional public hearing date for the FY2025 Municipal Budget.
I don't think we did it.
I'm not feeling that right now. Okay, let's jump to 11. Discuss vote to accept the minutes of the April 2nd meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Thank you. I think you got everything else, right?
Yep.
Pending decisions, week action list, discussion of agenda items. Anybody want to add something to the agenda? Let me know by, oh no, we got 3 weeks now, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
The next 2 weeks off.
Right, so by
I'm gonna miss you
May,
guys.
May 2nd, which is Thursday,
Yes.
okay? Other than that, I would, there's nothing got to be signed. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Thank you. Good night, Irene.